But, so this is 3.6 liter LY7, 2005. Interesting fact about these is they started in the Cadillacs in 2004, like the CTS or whatever it was, and they started in Australia, and they used these in Australia up until like 2010, I think. I don't know, 2013. I'll have to check, but they used them in like the Holden Commodore. But in all of the Australian versions, they were rear-wheel drive instead of front-wheel drive like this. So they'd be faced forwards. So looking for modifications for these, even if it is like this catch can I did myself. So looking for modifications for these is very kind of difficult, because most of the modifications for like air intakes and shit are for the rear wheel drive application, the longitudinal instead of transverse like this. So keep that in mind when you're looking, if you do have one of these and you're looking for like aftermarket manifolds, exhaust parts, really anything. But my exhaust, the parts, most of them that I got since I did it myself are AP Eastern, because I work at a Napa, so I get discounts and that stuff. Although most of the time we can't get AP Eastern through Napas. We have the Napa I work at gets we also get stuff through another dealer, kind of like my because it used to be a parts store for before it was Napa as well. Like it's been auto parts, total assistance, and tractor parts. So we can get some other stuff too, which is nice. Okay, so on to this. I can post the link for this if you guys would like. It's I've only had it in here for about not even 2 weeks yet. I think Tuesday will be 2 weeks. But I did a fresh oil change about, I think it was 600 miles ago, and then I put this in at the same time. I put this in a day before, pretty much, but I emptied it when I changed the oil. So the reason why I have one is so with the LY7s, the new version of these as well, like the 2008 through 9 3.6s, they're the LLTs. I think they are, yeah. They're in like the CTS, DTS. I think they also put these in some other Buicks or whatever, and they used them up until like 2014. The LLTs are the same as these. These are, they aren't direct injection. So that means direct injection would mean that each cylinder goes straight to the cylinder. But on these, there's a thing, LY7 right there. On these, it injects them. I don't know exactly how it works on these, but it sprays onto the intake manifold, kind of. Still has multiple injectors, but instead of spraying straight into the cylinders, it sprays above the cylinders. So the oil getting into them is not as much of a problem with these as it is with the LLTs. But I still wanted one of those because I took this apart and it's just caked with oil. The throttle body gate or whatever, the door, was just filled with oil. There was oil all over my air filter, just dripped all the way down there. So this, what I did was I bought this online on Amazon. It was like a cheap one. I didn't even expect it to be all metal, but technically it wasn't. It came with plastic fittings, which I would not recommend using. Do not use the plastic ones. So I saw them and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not using those. So I went to work to Napa and I bought hose. This did not come with hoses or anything. This only came with fittings. It also came with like a filter, but I don't want to use it because it uses plastic fittings. But there is a filter on the inside. It also comes with a drain if you'd like to use that, and it comes with a brass fitting for that. I just got these, and it's 3/8 hose, which is pretty much any hose you can use. I would just recommend not using, I would recommend do not use heater hose. I did use some heater hose here, but I will get to that in a minute. because technically it's not part of this hose. So the only thing here is what I did was I bought some extra ones of these. So they go into there, and I do have the old pieces of the old one still. It's kind of hard to explain what all I did, and I will get to the ground straps in a minute. So let's check my catch can actually. Let's see if I can hold it or something. I don't know what I'm doing here. I haven't made a video in the longest time. My current phone is too massive to do this very well. But I did these fittings myself, or I didn't do them myself, but I used Teflon tape and then I put them on. And also, yes, I know my catch can isn't connected to anything, but it'll be all right. And you also have to make sure that the inlet side for the catch can, so from the PCV system coming out of the engine going to the can, yeah, there's a little bit of oil in there. I can smell it. So there's a little bit in there, not a lot, but quite a bit for only 600 miles. That's quite a bit. But it already runs a lot better, so since it's not spitting oil into the intake. I guess I'll show you guys a little bit. I think I might be the first person with a Buick Lacrosse with one of these on there for a 3.6 anyways. Maybe the 5.3s have them as well, some of them. So this is to keep it from splashing back. The big silver screen thing is to keep it from splashing back up. The little brass there is a filter, and it's got an O-ring around there. So this is actually surprisingly well made for what it is. I don't even know what brand it was, but that's what Amazon history is for, right? The order history. But yeah, do not use the plastic fittings that come with it. Because I was reading after I ordered it, I was reading the reviews, and they're like, yeah, these plastic fittings suck. And I'm like, okay. And let me make sure I have it tightened all the way. I got the bronze, or the brass ones instead. And also another tip for catch cans. So, I mean, like, if you have a 3.8, you could use one, but I don't think I'd do some research first, because I don't think it's necessary. 3/8s are pretty stout, and I don't think I know a single person with a 3.8 with one. But, so normally, this, the PCV system would go from here, and it would go straight to here. And let's see if I can pull it out. It's kind of tight on there, that's why I don't have any clamps. It's a tight fit anyways. Well, I guess I can't. So you see all that oil in there? Because a lot of times the PCV system will send up some oil with it. So instead of going into the intake, that oil will go there. Just make sure that you empty this. And also when it's cold outside, you want to empty it more often. Teflon tape's kind of getting whatever. It's still sealed. But another tip for it that I read out, I'm not sure how exactly important it is. Yes, I know it's a long hose, but I just kind of use the scrap hose pile pretty much. Like one of these is transmission cooler line, or transmission oil cooler line, or whatever. It's all 3/8 except for this is actually, I think it's, what is this size? This is 1/2 inch. So this right here is 1/2 inch, and this right here is 1/2 inch. So under here and under there is, since this goes into 3/8, this is 3/8, so then I have 3/8 hose. Actually, these holes are, I think, 1/2 inch, but the hose is 3/8. So I have it. So basically, what I did was the piece that comes out of here normally. Let me see if I can find it actually. It'll be in my trunk. I'm not very good at communicating with you, so no, I did that because I don't want any unwelcomed visitors now. fit into that filter that came with it, but it's working fine for me how it is. Let's see, it's 12, 15. Excuse me. So, the way that this is what was on there. The only difference is this connector there, this piece, because this ring there is part of this. It came out though, but it's fine. But this piece right there is it goes into this right here. So anyways, let me take out back here. I would recommend keeping all your old pieces just because, yeah. But both this side and this side are the same. The only difference is this one, because of this right here, you can't disconnect it. But this elbow is disconnectable, and mine also started cracking, so that's also why I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna put in one of those. But this would go in there, and then it would connect. Just pretend this hose isn't there, it would connect in there, and it would go in there. So it would basically just be a quick path straight to the air intake. Or not air, the intake's here, but you know what I mean. It would drip down, or it would suck it in. But already, after a few hundred miles without it, it already seems to run a lot better. I mean, a lot smoother anyways. Sounds like it, you can tell that it can breathe better. Not like it, I don't know if it gives you any boosts. That's not why I did it. I just did it because I want, because I guess oh, whoops, did it docks on me? Well, the main reason why I did it is because even though this exhaust is new and not that old, yes, I know there's clamps everywhere, but I don't care. And funny enough, these tips did not come with. The tips that came with were not, they would go straight into the bumper. But there's soot everywhere. But these tips are off of a Park Avenue Ultra. Here, let me just take off my gloves so you can see how sooty it is. But I cleaned the fuck out of these tips before I put them on. And I put these on about 10,000 miles ago, I think. But they, hopefully the catch can will let me know how much oil is burning. Or, because I didn't, well, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have like, or need new piston rings, or if it was just that, because these are known for that. And I'm thinking about debadging, because when I got it, these two letters were off already, but this one just popped off not too long ago. But this right here is for my buddy running into it with his truck, because every now and then we tap each other's cars, whatever, he hit it a little bit too hard. That's also what all this is from. And instead of boo-balling you guys any longer, I'm going to start it. And then I'm going to go and work on it, which I was going to record a video, but I probably won't. But, oh shit, I didn't even finish telling you guys about when I was running off the road this last summer, did I? It was a deep ditch, probably about 6 or 7 feet deep. Luckily it was middle of summer, so it was dry. But person that ran me off the road didn't even stop, of course. Let me finish talking about this real quick. They didn't stop, of course. I shut it off as soon as I landed in the ditch, and I was like trying to figure out what happened. A guy stopped and offered to give me a ride back home, because I lived not too far away, because I was on my way home. Funny enough, that was the same day that that light bar arrived. But I was thinking, like, I called my mom and stuff, and I was like, hey, I was run off the road. And I was thinking, like, there's not really anywhere to hook onto on these cars if you need to pull them out of somewhere. If you, like, around the wheel or suspension components. And I was thinking, like, this is when it didn't have the full exhaust. It was just cut off after the cat. So thank God it was like that, because otherwise I would have got caught on all the tall grass, and I was landed on a small tree about the size of that clothes post or whatever the hell you call them. but I decided I'm just gonna try to see if I can drive out of the ditch. And I've driven Jeeps and stuff all my life, pretty much, except for this and one other car, or two other cars technically. One of them was a project car, which was a piece of shit, 2002 Lincoln LS with the 3.9 liter Jaguar V8. I bought it for $400. Story for another time though. But my mom loves Jeeps, but all the mudding that I used to do with Jeeps and stuff paid off. I like opened my door for leverage to help get out of the ditch, and I leaned out, but I had to drive through the ditch quite a bit. There was like a railroad tie down there and stuff too. Thank God it wasn't rainy or muddy or anything. But I might have pictures somewhere if you guys would like to see those. Just let me know. But it drove out. It did need an alignment. I drove it without the alignment for quite a while, which was retarded of me. Or sorry, I shouldn't say that word, which was really dumb of me. But yeah, I was ready for the RPMs go down a little bit to about 1,000. Yeah, when I cold started. Oh, and also the low washer fluid. That's because the sensor got messed up when I landed in the ditch. I tried everything to fix it. Like I thought maybe because it's got a float style sensor, so I tried flipping it around. When the tank was empty, I even checked it. I took it out, and I had my buddy sit in here and watch, and I would move it with my hand, and then it would shut off, turn on, shut off, turn on. But yet I put it back in the tank and it didn't fix it, so I think the float is messed up or something. But anyways, here's I got a funny sounding Buick. It sounds a lot better when I'm driving because it gets up into the higher RPMs. But anyways, I'm going to work on it. And oh, I guess I also have those. I had to take out the center console and everything to put those in. Because technically this is the same as like a Lucerne with a column shifter. Basically down here is, because it goes all the way, if you can see up there, it goes all the way across. It's just got this and the shifter down there. It's the same kind of, because this is a W body, the same as like a Grand Prix or an older Impala. Or I guess even the Impalas up until like 2010 or 2012, whatever year it is, doesn't matter. But yeah. I'm going to go and work on it, and I will upload this later, and I'll let you guys know. There's plenty of other things I've done to it too. I just can't think of them right now. But yeah, this car's been through a lot. There's been people have tried to kill it so many times. And yes, I know it sounds really bad, but I just drive it. I don't really care. All that matters is that this car has been here for me. You know? I guess the other thing is that door one time, the unlock and lock just stopped working. So I tried to take it apart and then I ended up breaking that. But then all of a sudden it started working again. So it still works like normal now again, I guess. And also that window, it's off the track, kind of. I mean, it's not, but the track or the plastic holder that holds the window or the glass is about to break. So I just put a zip tie in there and now it doesn't move. So, because I don't need it. Who cares? But yeah, there's my Lacrosse.